Alright guys, welcome to the iOS Red December 2017 monthly finals. My name is Peter Counterfeit Hartnell, bringing you 8 of the very best teams to go through December. Without wasting any more time, let's take a look and see who we've got. Alright, so up at the top of the bracket, our number 1 seed and first on stream this evening, Vol 2018 representing France, taking on the Originals representing Italy. Past them, Bull Nation will be taking on ARRDT. That's number 5 against number 4, should be a good match. Last Devils will take on a team like a Boss. And down at the bottom, our number 2 seed, Via Red, will take on Back Baku. So any of you guys who haven't been keeping up so far, well, welcome to the stream, and nice to see you guys talking in the chat, saying silly things, which is all we really want from life, and probably driving the Nightbots to start a fight with you. But anyway, to these teams themselves, and specifically Vol 2018, our number 1 seed. Coming into this, we have seen a extremely dominant Vol for recent memory, made up of, let me just check who is who here, because I made some notes. Made up of some former Bull Nation members, another one of the teams who are playing here today. So that should make for a very interesting semi-final if both Vol and Bull Nation make it through. Though that's anything but a guarantee, because ARRDT are seeded higher, having had a little bit more recent success. Oh, well, I tell a lie, I think we may have had a forfeit. Yes, we have. Thank you, MC5 to Haxor. Looks like ARRDT were unable to attend today, so we will be seeing one of Vol 2018 and between Vol and the Originals in the semi-final against Bull Nation. So that should be a grudge match for the ages. Should be a lot of fun. Hey, Solo Wolf, lovely to see ya. But yes, I mean, Vol have been on a tear for quite a while. They were the winners of the November 2017 Red Finals. They took out Destiny R while they were doing that. In recent times, Vol have been extremely strong, though there was a little bit of a surprise in December Cup number 4, when they got taken out by Team Like a Boss in their first round of play. They did get a little bit of revenge. That Vola is the following week, in which they beat Team Like a Boss in the finals. If memory serves, Team Like a Boss are consisted of old Dramas members. So we've got a lot of excellent teams playing here today. I'm just keeping an eye on the lobby that's coming up, because there's less players in it than I might have expected. Let's see. Just going to get in touch with our delightful admin, Winter, who is running things on the administrative side. We will be getting started with the giveaways quickly, because yes, there is only a very short tournament today, comparatively speaking. So with that in mind, let's get our first giveaway going, which will be let's see, it will be on Mob Crush. So if you type hashtag quarter into the Mob Crush chat, then you too could be in a chance of 500 credit Torinos. Let me just get that up on the screen now for all you guys. Shazam! I think, okay, well, I'll just bring you guys in with me to the pre-game lobby here. As you can see, we are missing a few of the Originals, which would be a shame if we don't get to actually see them play. Oh, the guy in the photo for the Originals is the team owner for Originals. That's pretty neat. Yes, great to see you, Freelator, in the chat. I have noted down your low-key flame of who was it? Of Helios. So I'll definitely see if that pays off later on. If Helios is going to be a major factor. Oh, there we go. We are starting to get some of the originals coming in. I don't know quite what happened there, but hopefully we should be all groovy from here on out. Yes. Alright. Yep, got the details out for our giveaway, so that's all good. We will be having giveaways on all 4 of our platforms. Mob Crush. Oh, well, actually, no, I tell a lie. We will not be having a giveaway on Facebook because that's currently being occupied by the Modern Combat Versus stream. So if any of you guys are here for Modern Combat Versus, which will happen quite a lot because of both branches of Gameloft making relatively similar games, and so people get a little confused, then please head to facebook.com/moderncombat and you can catch the live video there. Miri Killer, if you won the last giveaway, I would expect 2 to 3 weeks for those credits to come through. Though hopefully it'll be sooner, but if you don't hear anything in that kind of time frame, then I would definitely come back. MC5 to hack. So if we don't find a match, we will try and fit in a custom game if we can, but we'd only do a custom game if there was absolutely nothing to show because of all the games being in progress. Whiskey and Danny are OP snipers. Oh, I'll take it down a note. Freelater, thanks for the intel. Let me just put all of my bits and pieces here. Well, we are in a very sniper heavy situation for Modern Combat 5. So that makes a heck of a lot of sense. MC5 to Hacksaw, I think I remember you were winning like a couple of weeks ago. If it gets to 3 weeks and you haven't gotten them, I would let me know and I'll come back and start chasing Radu about it. But 2 weeks is the kind of expected amount. I don't think it's been that long for you. But yeah, guys, please let us know. Nice to see some tournament chats on the Dawn YouTubes there. Great to hear what you guys think about the teams here being played. Certainly for me, Vol 2018 are one of the favourites coming in, but I'm prepared to be surprised. I mean, recently it's not been a best of times for violence. From the records I could pull up on the ESL site, the Violence have lost 3 times in a row, 3 back-to-back losses to Vol, 2 of which have been in finals. So that's gotta be preying on Violence Red's mind a little bit. Coming into this one, I'm looking forward to seeing if we do get another chance for Violence Red in the finals. They've got a relatively strong. Well, they'll have to beat out, if we're going just by seeding, we're expecting to see them go up against the Last Devils in the semi-finals, but again, I'm prepared to be surprised. There are 500 credits and the Invictus camo on the line for the first 3 places in the finals. 350 euros for the winner, 150 euros for second place, and third place will just get the camo. I say just. The Invictus camo, pretty sick. Let's see. Episode of Taxi 1 red on January 1st. That is longer than I would have expected. I don't think Radu is around tonight, but please give me a poke on Discord once we're done and I'll ask him to look into it for you. You should hear the Violence members in a call when they lose. Oh boy. Friolito, you're an excellent source of gossip. And that's all we ever really need, is all the good gossip. Let's see. Speaking of gossip, I want to just return back to where we were before with... Let's see if I can bring up the bracket screen without... There's not too much to see at the moment, so I think we can go across back to the brackets again. Whee! So yes, from my understanding is that Vol are a kind of a team which have come back into the kind of dominance recently, which Bull Nation used to enjoy. but haven't so much recently. In fact, why don't we just pull up the Bull Nation team to see exactly how they have been doing recently. So if we go down, yep, lost to Vol 2018 in the December Cup number 3, and the last November finals. Rip Stress Ban will be the, oh boy, I'm trying to remember. Those are the Ross family, if memory serves. So yes, it's not been the best of times for for Bull Nation in recent memory. I think a lot of that is going to be several of the Vol members being from Bull Nation, as I was kind of trying to get around to talking about before. So Master, let's just make sure I'm getting this right. I think Master and Stress and, or at least Master and Stress, I believe, are former Bull Nation players. Yes. So I think it's just Master and Stress are from Bull Nation. Monica, who is playing today, a former Destiny player, and Vici, new for the season. I do believe we've had an update on the bracket. Violence Red have advanced past back Baku. I'm not sure if that was a administrative decision there. But hey, hopefully we'll get some of those semi-finals we've been looking forward to. Amiri Killer, you want to see the action movie? Well, the semi-finals should be pretty freaking good. I'm very much looking forward to what's looking likely to be Vol 2018 against Bull Nation. That's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm also looking forward to seeing what Violence Red can do. I have received word that the Last Devil versus Team Like a Boss may have had an administrative decision as well, which is a little bit disappointing. But we'll see. We'll see if we can. Well, we have got all of the originals. Just letting Winter know. But yes. So in that case, we may actually get to play one of our quarterfinals games. So exciting stuff. Alright. So the originals over on the blue team, Vol 2018 over on the red. Please do let me start over again. I've done some work on the overlay for this one. So please guys do let me know what you think. And let's get started for our very first game of the day. Alright, quarterfinals are underway for our monthly finals. Vol, charging out of the gates. We're still waiting to see who's going to get that first blood. And thank you guys for being patient while we do get started off. So, Vol from France. Originals from Italy, Stress, the one to get the first blood, along with Rai taking down Supreme as well. Let's pop up the map and see what's going on. It looks like already the originals are getting pushed back right into the corner of the map. Stress is going to go head-to-head with Supreme, but will fall down. Let's see where the rest of the team are going in. It looks like Drainic is going to be leading the charge into the backside, going to be dropping down behind Whiskey, who's going to be going one on many with the rest of the team. It looks like we've had double dropout from the original side as well, which is a little bit disappointing for them, I'm certain. I mean, Vol came in as the firm favourite, certainly with #1 seed in the tournament. But hey, the originals, even with 3 members, are not doing as badly as you might expect. Down to just 1 at the moment. Supreme are going to be running around on that heavy class looking for a target. I think realizes there is someone lurking behind there. I don't know quite what happened there. There we go. Melee kill come through. The originals actually keeping up pretty darn well at managing to link it up 10 to 10. Vol taking a little bit more time with their first opponents than we maybe would have expected. But hey, I'm fully prepared to be surprised by the originals here. The Italians, honestly, really impressive stuff. We expected Vol to be very, very dominant. But so far, if we take a look up at that scoreboards, I mean, it's not amazing so far, but Stress, Rai, and Monica all don't have, you know, huge kill numbers. The originals at least do have the advantage of having less members on the map to kill. So, Danny getting into a 1-on-2 pistol battle. Still, the originals are only behind by 4. As Stress manages to get a little bit more done with the pistolino. Multiple members of Vol swarming down there on the originals, trying to bring their numbers advantage to bear. Of course, that's going to be massively difficult to deal with. The Whiskey does manage to get a kill onto the new member, Vici. Vol starting to take a few more kills thanks to Whiskey, doing some very nice work, actually going positive on the sniper rifle, takes out Stress as well, looking for one more target, hiding behind the wall, going to use the old evil eye to be able to sense trouble. Unfortunately, isn't going to be able to take out Rai in time, but the originals honestly are impressing. Miracella, you were correct, Italy are doing extremely good. I'm hoping the entire tournament will be this competitive because the originals doing excellent stuff so far. We know that they did have a little bit of trouble getting into the game that may relate to those connection issues which they apparently are suffering under. Supreme managed to get a kill on Vici and takes out Dranic as well with a melee kill. Honestly, super impressive stuff. Originals only behind by 2. They are trying to link up. Supreme's going to be going in for the sniper, taking out the sniper rather with a pistol, but 2 more kills coming in for Vol. You have to think what's going through Vol's mind right now as they're starting to really suffer at the hands of the originals a lot more than maybe we expected. Nuclear Winter, you think being outnumbered is an advantage? I think if a team plays it correctly, it can be. Just if they could, I mean, if they can still, you know, go relatively even in the trades. Supreme, I think, is going to be one of our MVPs from today, going positive. It's going to have the back up there from Danny. Gosh, I'm so glad that that whole numbers on the map thing is still in place. It makes it very much easier to tell what the heck's going on. Dranic and the other members of Voldo are starting to pull ahead. I think the originals are going to be operating at 200% here to try and keep up with Vol with the diminished roster. But you have to think something's going to give sooner or later. The team from France will get a couple more kills, Dranic and Monica, the ones to put them in the ground. Dranic 11-6 so far. Going to be rocking a honestly pretty reasonable score so far in proceedings. I think is going to be, yes, up at the top. Rai is going to be the best individually performing member on the sniper. Obviously a lot easier to get those sniper kills untraded. Originals, I mean, they put on an incredible performance so far, but as we come into the later parts of the game, it feels like even the heroic efforts of the Italian team aren't enough to overcome the numbers disadvantage. Vol very close to closing this one out. One more kill. Whiskey will not be the last kill, actually. Danny instead. But Vol make that 1-0. Alright guys, we will go to a wee break while we get set up for game number 2 between Vol and the original, so please do stay tuned. Mob Crush giveaway is still in progress, so please do stay tuned and we'll be back soon. Alright guys, we're still waiting on the next match between Vol and the Originals, but if we somehow get enough time, I'd like to see how you guys think you can do heading onto the construction site for a live reenactment. Oh, never mind, the second I set this up, unfortunately, well, it depends on your point of view, I suppose. We have got the second game, so I do apologise for any of you guys who quickly jumped on to that pass key for teasing you like that. But we will, of course, have to jump on to the tournament games as and when they are available. Whew. Alright, so just going to jump into lobby now. It looks like the teams have switched sides. So I'm just going to get everything swapped around in here as well. But yeah, I mean, based on what we saw in game number 1, I'm actually moderately hopeful that we might see the Originals manage to take Vol to game number 3. I don't know how much of it was maybe Vol coming in with a little bit too much confidence for our very first game of the day, and how much of it was the Originals putting up a... I think, honestly, they did legitimately put up a very good fight. But what do you guys think? Corey, you play with the Originals and you're saying they aren't very good. Well, I mean, going by what we saw in the last game, it's quite possible they are stepping up now that they know they are up against the toughest team in the entire tournament. Oh, I tell a lie. It looks like they've swapped back again, those cheeky scoundrels. Let me just swapperino all of my stuff back again. Oh, those guys. Oh, the Originals main players aren't playing like Subway? Interesting. That seems surprising. If there was ever a time to bring your big guns out, it would definitely be in this tournament. A pretty serious amount of money on the line for these players. I mean, we don't really talk about it too much, but it's kind of, you know, for these players, all of the tournaments they play in week to week are for making sure you've got the best seeding for this tournament. So I'm kind of surprised if that is the case, that the big guns for the Originals aren't here. But hey, I still respect what the Originals have managed to do in spite of that. I've receiving word that we might be seeing another 5v3 game. Kieran Alex, it is a $500 prize pool. So that's $350 to first place. And $150 dollarinos, well, I say dollarinos, but actually euros, to the second. But I think they're roughly equal on the old exchange rate, so I mean, it's not too bad. And Invictus camo for the first 3 places. So we don't usually show it on the stream, but there is usually a 3rd and 4th place playoff. Yes, Kieran Alex, it is still 500 euros. Let me just double check that, but I believe so. Yep, that's all correct. Oh boy, Pronib, I admire your spirit to try and pick up the single ladies in the chat. So, first game was on construction site, second is on scramble. Certainly, we've got some very distinct kind of play styles. I mean, on scramble, there's a big possibility of kind of being shut in one of the hangars entirely by a team that's winning and just not being able to get out onto the map at all. I think that's possible to happen here, as we have got actually a 4th member coming in for the Originals, lamentably still having those connection issues, I believe. The guys from Italy. I just wish we could see all 5 of their members here because they're doing some really good stuff. I'm keeping an eye on the chat in the lobby, which I usually blank out on the stream because people sometimes put rude things into the chat on the internet. Who knew that was even a possibility? No one told me. I would have been doing it already. You're watching this during our economics class. Kieran, Alex. That's outrageous, sir. Get some education now, yeah. I thank you for dropping by, but that's certainly an interesting choice. Maybe we can all learn some economics here in terms of I'm trying to think of a way to tie economics to this. I don't know, Kieran, Alex, maybe you can help me. Pro new gameplays. Yes, Android is very popular. We saw last time it had a ludicrously huge tournament. I think it was about 50 teams playing. So I have I've brought that up with Radu from Game Loss to say that there's some definite potential there for iOS, but what's kind of stopping that from going forward is because there's soon going to be a merge between iOS and Android, though there's no date set for that as of yet. Then the iOS tournaments will become Android tournaments, so it's a problem that will solve itself in the near future. But I too am very much looking forward to letting you Android guys put it to those iOS. MC5 to Haxel, what's your SST period? I'm not familiar with that subject. Meet Patel, can you make a lobby on board? Well, we're looking to just about start this one, so we probably won't go into a custom game. Nuclear Winter, you wish this was a World War II game? Interesting. Why was it you'd prefer that it was World War II? Depat, in all games counterfeit are easy. Oh, Depat, you scallywag. I'll have my revenge on you in this life or the next. Just you mark my words. Ah, social studies. Interesting. I can't remember if I did social studies at school. Is that like sociology or is that something else? I'm hoping it had something to do with giving Depat a smack. Ah. Alright, Kieran, Alex. You do you. You make those decisions about your education. Speaking as a university dropout myself, I wish I could go back and do my education again. But hey, I've ended up in a kind of an interesting place. Oh, hello. Who's this? I think we might, and I don't want to get too carried away before they turn up. Oh, I thought we might have seen a 5th player. I think they might be just trolling. Well, Bang Supreme joining the team? I don't know. Is Bang Supreme on their roster? I don't know. But, hey. Not listed. Oh well, whatever. I don't know if they've conceded the game or... honestly, I don't know. Pro new gameplays, I studied psychology and then I changed to games technology. Unfortunately, I did not finish that one, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. But we are getting started for our second game between Vol 2018. That's right, it's a new year. But it's the same old Vol. Up to their tricks once more. We will see if the originals, with hopefully a 5-person roster, can get things done. Well, actually, Smith, honestly, I'm quite pleased about this whole hosting ESL tournaments. I didn't expect that myself earlier on in my life, but it's pretty cool. I've always been a fan of kind of commentary on things for a very long time. much as Vol have been a fan of getting first bloods, they'll do it once more. This quarterfinal game starting to heat up as we see the clash between France and Italy. Looks like the originals are down to 3 members. Thank you for staying up, MC5 to Haxel. If you feel the need to sleep, I will not hold it against you, because it's definitely an important thing to do. Stress gonna get mixed up in close range. Originals have got a few kills for themselves in the early going. Stress, I think, is going to be the score leader, 6-1 so far. I was talking to Stress a little bit earlier on today. I think perhaps got something to prove. Been shown live on the stream. Definitely the person to watch right now. Is going to manage to get a flank over onto Danny, who just got a kill for the originals. Let's pull up that score sheet. Whiskey and Danny got a little bit of praise in the chat as the snipers to watch from the original side. Doing pretty well, but Stress continues to rack up those kills. Whiskey, though, gets a little bit of revenge for the originals, who are only behind by 3. Whiskey gets one more, almost gets another, but Rai catches them out and gets them another kill, followed by a second. Vol still ahead, but only by 3. Whiskey stalking their next prey. Cooler Rugby 1912. I don't know of any plans currently for Modern Combat Versus content, but I'd imagine that it's got to be in the future. I think Versus is still kind of figuring itself out right now. But yeah, maybe one day, maybe. I'm certain there will be similar tournaments like this for Versus down the line. But I think maybe it's just a little too early to be able to get those kind of plans locked down. Anywho, back into things. So I'm looking mostly from the side of the Italians, the originals here, because they're still fighting back from a massive deficit. Or massive disadvantage, rather. The deficit isn't as large as you might have expected. As you see Whiskey there going 10-8. Pretty impressive stuff. Very quick sniper kills. Yes, Mr. Gubble. I don't even know how to begin to pronounce. But just Karen, this is a tournament game. Unfortunately for the originals, they've had some connection issues, and that's why they haven't got all of their players here and ready to play. However, the originals still are managing to keep up. Whiskey stalking one more target. It is going to be. Let's pop up to the other side of the equation, actually. No, they take out Stress and Drainic. Whiskey takes out Rai as well. The originals actually in the lead. Stress taken out in close range sniping. Whiskey does it again. Bang Supreme coming in. The originals doing some crazy nice stuff. A lot of that down to Whiskey. He's got a ludicrous score. Fortunately for them, going to be reloading at the point they want to be firing. But it's going to sneak around. Gets caught in the back though by Rai. And some prize face from Mortar MC5, definitely the first thing to come to mind as well. The originals doing incredible stuff against our #1 seed. Originals are the number 8 seed in the tournament, which means they come in with the least tournament success so far. Which doesn't mean they're necessarily the worst team. Certainly, they are doing incredibly well so far in this game. Now at least it's 4v5. And Whiskey continues on bringing through the kills. Aliski taking out Whiskey is another kill onto Stress. The originals still ahead, but there's only this one game for the originals. If they lose out here, they will be out of our monthly finals. They're keeping neck and neck with Vol, but all Vol needs to do is get one more kill in the originals, close this one out, and stop a disaster in the brewing. Bang. I don't really want to go away from Whiskey because Whiskey's constantly killing people. He's going to find another target there. Gut shot, then a headshot into Stress. Let's throw across and see how the new member is doing. For the originals, 5-5, not too shabby. There was a concern, given how well originals were doing with only 3 members, that introducing another member would just, in fact, make it easier for Vol to find the kills. But Whiskey gets a triple kill. Gonna go in looking for a quadra. Graynick makes that a no-go area. Right up high, looking for one more target. Let's pop around and see who we can find. Klaus, one of the Originals members, dropping out in the last going. Let's stick with Whiskey though. 29 and 14 gets taken out by Rye though, and I think that may have been a shot heard around the world. Vol, with that kill, take away the last hope for the Originals. But what a performance from them, and particularly from Whiskey. I am extremely upset we're not going to see any more of Whiskey playing today, because that was fantastic. Easily the best performance in the first round of competition, but unfortunately the Originals were very much few and far between. Vol will advance on to the semi-finals to face off against their erstwhile rivals Bull Nation. Please do stay tuned, we will be back with the next game coming up soon. Alright guys, welcome back to the ESL Go4 Combat 5 Red Monthly Finals. The Last Devils fighting out of China take on Violence Red fighting out of the USA in our first semi-final match. So we know that coming into this, Violence Red are looking to try their darndest to make their way up to the grand finals to face off against their long-time rivals in Vol 2017. We'll see if Vol manage to make it though. They'll be facing up against Bull Nation in the other semi-final going on simultaneously. It is a danger though for the team from USA, Violence Red, to look past their opponents here, the Last Devils, putting up some pretty good offense in the early going. Rooftops is our destination for semi-finals game number 1. We will be doing a redraw on Mob Crush, worry yourself not. But there will also be the giveaway going away on YouTube at the same time. So please do keep your entries in, coming in there. And we'll see which one of these two teams will advance, because so far it's actually been remarkably even between the two. Last Devils drawing up and actually taking the lead against Violence Red. Just as I said before, it is a mistake to try and look past a team like the Last Devils, who have been around for a long time. And I'm just going to pull up their match records. But Violence Red are firing back. Let's see where those kills are landing. It's going to be Nitro so far, who gets a whole bunch of kills, but then of course immediately gets murdered. Let's see. So the last time we saw these guys, the Last Devils in the finals, they lost out to Bull Nation in the first round of competition. This time around, the Last Devils beating out Team Lycoboss, who are actually one of the sleeper favorites for the tournament. So impressive stuff from them. Maybe they can do it again. Act as the giant killer and take out Violence Red, our number 2 seed, on the way there. Last Devils are number 3 coming into this one, so hey, it pays to be mean so far though. The Last Devils actually getting a whole bunch of kills in a hurry. Where are they all going across to? It's going to be Abner. Let's see if we can find them. There we are. 5 and 2 so far. Getting into a fight, managing to take out Mayu. giving them short shrift, managing to drop out of the fight, giving a bit of chance for the regeneration to come back through again. He's going to find one more target, and the last Devil's looking pretty darn good here. Maga will get the kill onto Abno finally, but last Devils are ahead. Nick, over on YouTube, don't worry about putting in multiple entries, only a single entry will be counted, but I do appreciate your enthusiasm. Last Devils managing to keep themselves ahead. Violence Red struggling a little bit in this first game. MC5 attacks, so many Destiny people have joined Violence. Interesting. Let's see. Certainly the names which I'm most familiar with there are Sultan, Bofon, and Lunatic. But yes, I know. Well, I know Nitro's been around the block more than a few times. So interesting, interesting. Carnage34, not a fan of Violence Red then. Well, we'll see. The way this game 1 is going, I think you may get what you're looking for. Last Devils more than giving Violence Red enough to think about. Nitro, a little far away from where the next target will be. Getting mixed up though, Sultan and Lunatic getting kills to almost bring Violence Red back to parity. 2.5 minutes left to play. Lunatic and Sultan actually push Violence into the lead. Ah, that's right. Okay, so Sultan's from Destiny. Interesting. Well, I know the... Yeah, I wasn't sure if how connected Violence and Destiny were, but they were two extremely dominant teams at a time. Vol seems to have stolen that level of dominance from them. But yeah, we do see so many players just kind of transitioning backwards and forwards between teams. And it sometimes feels like it's a team with the highest concentration of top quality players that's going to be the most dominant. From an incredibly even game, we're now looking at Violence Red ahead by 10. I don't know what happened, but Last Devils have been run over in the last few minutes. Violence Red getting more and more untraded kills. It's looking very, very dicey for them. And I honestly don't know, but Last Devils just don't seem to be able to get any kills at all. Violence Red in full possession of the rooftop, just picking up the Last Devils members. We do get one kill coming back through for them, but I think it's going to be vastly too late as Nitro gets more. Sultan going to be hitting them in the spawn. Last Devils, I think, beyond their last hope. 1 minute left to play, 1 minute to find 16 kills, I can't even count, in the last minute of play. Not going to happen. Violence Red go up 1-0. Alright guys, so let's see about getting ourselves a redraw on the old Mob Crush Arena. So let me just update the score here to reflect that first game win of Violence Red. I'm gonna let Winter know. There you go, Winter. Never say I never got you nothing. Let's see. Okay, so on Mob Crush, I'm going to include the people who have joined since then in my draw. Okay, so redraw. Mob Crush winner is Cat JP. Please post your dog tag and platform. So Cat JP, congratulations. Hopefully you are still around, and presumably from Japan, going by username. We will be getting our second game of The Last Devils versus Violence Red sorted out right now, so please do stay tuned and we'll be back soon. Alright guys, we are back for the second game of the semi-finals between Violence Red and Last Devils, and yes, all everyone's talking about in the chat is seeing Sultan, who I believe is the team captain of the Destiny Red team, being part of Violence Red now. Apparently, necessity does make some very strange bedfellows, but hey. We were just talking about how players tend to gravitate towards the best performing team. Destiny not going to be part of this month's finals, even though they made it all the way through to the final stages of the November Cup. Not part of this one at all. We'll see how the Violence Red do in this game number 2. Last Devils' last chance for them to stay in competition, to get up to the grand finals, to face off against Vol, who have beaten out their rivals Bull Nation and are now sitting pretty right up at the top of the table. One of these two teams will come to join them. At the moment, it's looking like it could easily be Violence Red, who have got a lot to prove coming into this tournament. They've never been, well, they haven't been able to get past Vol 2017, who are now, of course, 2018 in recent memory. But Last Devils stand in their way. Nice couple of kills to tie things up on the Chinese team's part. Sultan will, it's working, I think, extremely hard as the newest Violence member. Let's pop in on them. 3-1 so far. Pretty impressive stuff. Gonna keep on going. Maybe a bit of a mistake. Walks into a little bit of gunfire. Oh yes, this is technically a December Cup, just because it's based on the teams you played in December rather than a January Cup. So it's a bit confusing because we are playing it in January. But do rest assured, you're not going crazy. It is December Cup, or December monthly finals. True story, this is not an old stream. Oh boy. I can understand the confusion though. But this is live and in person. Well, I say in person. I will have to see about getting a face cam for one of these things, because I know you guys do enjoy the sight of a person waffling with their face hole as well as with their voice. Understandable. I'll see what I can do for the other finals, which we've got coming up a little bit later on this weekend. Because we got quite a intense period of Modern Combat coming up in the next few days. This final will be our first, and then tomorrow we'll have the Android Cup, followed by the iOS Blue Cup later on that evening. The following day we'll have the iOS Red Cup, so we'll start these guys back on the road to the next finals just tomorrow. Just on Sunday, which will then be followed up at 2200 hours UK time for the Blue finals themselves. But if you'd like to see more, please do check out that link which I've just thrown into the chat. Anywho, back into things. Last Devils are down one game, but they are not far behind in this game number 2. Streets seem to have been kinder to them so far. Let's see if we can find their top scoring members. So I think it is going to be Anar. 8 and 8 so far. We'll go down to Lunatic. But for all of that, Violence Red actually are managing to pick up a whole bunch of kills, smashing through the Last Devils defense very, very quickly there. And maybe looking to try and take things away from the hands of the Devils, or perhaps the cloven hooves of the Devils, before things get too far out of hand. Again, Violence Red in the later games starting to really pick up ahead of steam. It seems like their style does favour this slightly later game where they can maybe bring their numbers to bear, bring that coordination to bear. But there's still a little way to go. 2 minutes left in it. Last Devils, I think, are probably out of contention right now. Oh, there's a fan of North in the game. Nice. We'll drop over to them if we get a chance. Just before this game ends, because it's looking like it's more or less off formality at this point. There we go. Let's pop back into North. Not having the best of games so far, but it's been an incredibly tough game for Violence Red, putting the hurt onto the Devils. And I think it's going to be all she wrote in just a moment. There we go. Last kill. Last Devils have been eliminated by Violence Red. Alright guys, that means our finals are on the way, but that does also mean that we need to draw a YouTube winner. So, let's see. So, our YouTube winner will be MCYRVR. So MCYRVR, please do post your dog tag and platform. We'll be heading on to Twitch for our next game, so please do stay tuned and we'll be back soon. Alright guys, welcome back for our grand final between Vol 2018 and Violence Red. We'll see who is going to be taking our first game here. Violence Red coming into this one, as I mentioned before, on a huge losing streak against Vol 2018. Both teams have punched their way through to the finals against some pretty tough competition. Vol 2018 taking the Originals and Bull Nation on their way here. Violence Red taking out the Last Devils and Backpaku. Team Like a Boss, despite some early hype around their performance in this tournament, unfortunately did not manage to get past the quarterfinals. Last Devils taking them out. And this is how we have come to our grand finals here today. Alright. Violence Red have managed to seize themselves a pretty decent early advantage. Let's see what those kills have later. It's going to be Dranic starting things out right 2-0 so far. Only one kill across to the team from France, Vol 2018. Team USA doing pretty well over on the red side. Very much cohering as a group here. You can see on the little mini-map up in the corner that they've got a very, very good spacing between them, making sure that they aren't close enough to be taken out easily with explosives, but are definitely close enough to support each other. Giveaways are taking place on Twitch and on YouTube right now, which may explain why we're seeing so much spam over there. Please do bear in mind, guys, spamming will not increase your chances of winning, I swear to you. Anywho, and I do apologize if you hear the sounds of purring and or me getting clawed, because I've got a cat on my lap right now to stop him from meowing constantly all the way through. So maybe he'll start purring, maybe not. Alright. Violence Red have managed to keep Vol at a distance for the time being. A whole team's worth of kills, 5 kills ahead for the Americans, means they're looking pretty solid. What's the plan from Vol, who are actually down... Oh, well, I do apologise. I've just realised now they switched up sides without me noticing, and everything I've been saying has been complete nonsense. Let's get that sorted out, because Vol are the ones on the red team and Violence are the ones on the blue. How silly of me. Alright, I'll get that sorted out in just a moment. I do not know if that was purely my mistake or if they did switch around without me noticing, but let's get that all sorted out. Yes, thank you guys. I think I noticed around the same time you guys did that these were the wrong way around. So let's get everyone the correct logo. There we go. Alright, so now we get a little bit more of an accurate picture. Thank you for all you guys who pointed out that I had that the wrong way around. Don't know quite how I missed that one, but hey. Let's start giving you guys a slightly more accurate information. Phew. Alright, so, Vol, completely contrary to everything I've just said, Violence Red were the ones operating a player down for the time being. Vol, the ones to seize the lead. Dranic picking up those 2 kills early, though hasn't picked up any since then. Rye and Stress both in good work, though Lunatic comes through big for the side of Violence Red there, picking up, I believe, 3 kills in a row there, untraded. And let's see if they can find another. Will get taken down by Dranic in only their 3rd kill, who gets traded back immediately. Let's pop back in with Master, who's looking for more kills. Up across to Monica. Not doing so strong in this game. Looking for a kill. Has got a open target and will take out Maka. Now, if my memory does serve, I do believe there was some flaming of Maka from Frohelito. So Maka or Helios being identified by Frohelito as the a potential weak point for Violence. We'll see if that is the case. Certainly not having the strongest of performances individually so far, but it's still incredibly even. Let's drop across to Dranic, who's 6 and 2 so far. We'll find a kill onto Sultan. Sultan, I think, is probably going to be the newest member of Violence, and of course, the more commonly found in the ranks of Destiny. But this American super team is doing pretty well so far. If it's going to be a combination of players that's going to give Vol 2018 a run for its money, it's definitely going to be combining the two powerhouses of Violence and Destiny in one delicious goulash. Nitro has to resort to the slack, but will take down Draenic. It's still very, very close. Violence actually getting themselves into the lead. Now we've got it all corrected. It's only a minute and change left to play. Vol get a couple of kills on Trader. Nitro looking for the slack kills. We're going to run out of grenades. Manages to duck around the corner, or do they? Monica, the ones who get the kill there. You can always remember which one Monica is because of the icon, but it looks like they've actually changed around this time around. Never mind that though. Nitro's looking for further kills. Airstrikes coming in. Nitro gets the job done. Violence Red now in a pretty good lead. 3 kills ahead. Less than a minute for Vol to find some answers. Trade kills going through. Violence Red still up in the lead. Nitro gonna look for Desperation. Slack will not manage it. Monica getting to finalize that kill, but Maka comes back at the last second, gets a couple more kills for Team USA. Violence Red, and may have been enough to push them over the edge. Vol only have barest the minimum of time to try and find their way back into it. 3 kills away. Draenic will go down. Master as well. Vol are so close to losing this one out. They would need to pick up a whole team's worth of kills. Draenic and Rye get kills, but Sultan trades it back, and I think Violence Red may have done enough. Let's jump down to the trenches, and yes, that will be a game 1 victory for Violence. Well, apparently all that flaming of Maka or Helios was not entirely warranted. Doing pretty well in the later stages of that game. Definitely not the weakest performance on the team. Let's see. I'd have to say that the MVP... It's a very close thing, but Lunatic is the one with the most kills. Nitro, the best individual record, so a small MVP across to them. But honestly, very impressive performances from both sides. We'll, of course, have at least 2 more games between Violence Red and Vol 2018 to enjoy. So please do stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back once more. We are going to see who can take game number 2 in this monthly final. Violence Red did the unthinkable. They started on their path towards breaking their losing streak against Vol 2018. However, as we head on to Vantage, disaster for Violence Red. One of their members seems to have been drawn away, and it will be a 4v5 competition for this game number 2. Every chance for Vol to come back into the series. They will take the first blood on to Dranic. We'll see if Violence can hold on. Well, Emily Roland, I will see about getting the songs added back. I didn't realise they weren't showing. It may just be on that screen. I will get that put across on to the next one. Thank you for pointing that out. I did not notice that those weren't showing anymore. I redid the kind of stream package for this one. So hopefully that is looking alright for you guys. So a hush settles over Vantage as we get stuck in once more. Vol have got that first blood, but they don't seem to be pushing things too far, at least in the early going. Which is a little surprising. But the standoffishness does at least give Violence Red a chance to get their team back together, which I'm sure is going to be a concern. There we go, Caspier coming back in again. So I'm not sure if they were even aware of that. That might have actually been the teams deciding that they're going to wait this one out to get an even match. If so, commendable. And it's great to see sportsmanship or sportspersonship. I don't know if that term's even used anymore. Coming into play, but Vol have, as a result of the missing 5th member, got 4 kills for themselves. Game 2 looking pretty good for them right now. More than MC5, you weren't this hype during FIFA. Well, I hope that it lives up to your expectations. There we go, first kills coming in for Violence Red. Vol fire back though. Stress able to get two of those kills so far. Caspier, the member who is late to the party for Violence Red, does manage to get a kill for them, but Vol stepping up ahead of steam, developing. Bofon going to get the kill onto Stress. Dranic trades it back. Vici gets one as well. Their first kill of the game. 3 minutes and approximately 40 seconds left to play. Vol looking a lot more comfortable in this game number 2. Stress peeks around the corner, gets the kill and a second. Let's go and have a look at what they're doing. Looking around the place. I'll manage to pick up a decent amount of kills, though. Sultan gets a nice grenade back across to take out Master. Bofon as well. Violence Red fighting from behind here. It feels like it's up to Vol to overstep their bounds to give the game back into the hands of the Americans. The French team, Vol 2018, looking pretty darn good right now. Let's see where the big kill numbers are coming in. It's going to be Dranic doing most of the time, draining away the souls of Violence Red. But Lunatic will land a kill. Stress trades it back. Sultan as well coming in there. More than MC5, your comment was read. Oof. It caught my eye because it was so unusual. Alright. We're coming towards the latter half of the game. Vol still find themselves in the lead. Violence Red, though, are within grasp of coming back. Where are the big kill numbers coming from? It is going to be Sultan from the Destiny captain coming in as, I presume, a one-off for this grand finals. With the most kills, but also the most deaths so far. I don't know how much time Violence Red have had to build their synergy with the Destiny captain. It's always going to be a little bit awkward playing with someone who you've tried to kill over and over and over again, but I guess that's part and parcel of life in Modern Combat 5, is that you probably try to kill pretty much everybody at all points. Violence are finding themselves a whole bunch of kills as we come past the 2 minutes remaining mark. Only 3 kills separate. Vol 2018 have been looking pretty good, but they can't sit themselves too pretty. Violence Red really want to try and take this game too and put themselves in an amazing position to take the finals. It's looking like it could be beyond hope though. Master picking up some kills, fighting breaking out in the dance as well. Dranic taking a little bit of shelter. The upper ground, or the high ground advantage, is Vol 2018's right now. They're building up ahead of steam, 7 kills ahead. I don't know if Violence Red have got what it takes to bring it back in, even with all 5 of the Red members. They are struggling mightily. 1 minute left to play. Vol only needs 3, now 2 more kills. I have to think that Violence will be turning their eyes and their thoughts towards game number 3. Sultan and Bofon do get a kill. Dranic gets 1 more, and that will be it. We have tied up the series 1-1. So, looking at our last game, I think it is going to be Stress, who is going to be the standout player, along with Rai. Very impressive performances. But hey, over on Sultan, coming in as a new player, an impressive amount of kills, just needs to keep those deaths down, and maybe Violence Red can take that game number 3. The series will turn on the next game, so please do stay tuned, and we'll be back with game number 3 of our grand finals coming up soon. Welcome back, one and all, to the third game of our best of 5 grand finals. We are in the midst of the Red monthly finals. This best of 5 series here will turn on this game. Whoever takes this game will go into game 4 with a massive advantage. Only need to win out one more game afterwards to become our monthly champions and steal themselves the lion's share of that €500 prize. Now, both of these teams have gotten the Invictus camo by making it to this point, but a lot of money on the line in these next few games. Violence Red have taken the early advantage on Scramble. Sultan getting another kill through for them. Vol falling actually pretty far behind. Stress the only one managing to pick up kills there for a little while. Let's pop in with them, see how they're doing. Rye as well, doing work as expected. But Lunatic getting another kill through. Doing pretty well so far. Getting to another snipey battle. Takes out Master. Rye gets a trade kill back. Stress takes out Lunatic with a grenade. Do bear in mind the giveaways will be concluded when this series is done and dusted, but as has been pointed out, only a single entry is required for you to be counted. Multiple entries will not increase your chances. Anyway, back into things once more. Violence Red still in the lead. Drainic toasting themselves with their own grenade. Vici getting killed on Tamaka off the backside of that one. Vol not as far behind as they have been, but so far Violence Red seem to have shown pretty good mastery over this scramble map. It only does bring in a particular skill set of knowing every one of these sight lines on the map. Extremely important and extremely rewarding so far for Violence Red. Thank you, Alpha Wolf, for your brave and attempts to stem the tides of spam. I have to see about getting Night. I don't know if there's a way to get Nightbot to catch anybody who is doing multiple entries and stop them from doing that, because yes, it does somewhat crowd out the conversation when people are spamming. So please, if you wouldn't mind, guys, MCYRVR, I see you're doing it, so appreciate it if you can keep it just to a single entry. Anywho, back into things. Violence Red have grown their lead through careful attention and a healthy supply of bullets to the skull. Now ahead by 8. Vol 2018 looking very shaky here. Not at all what we expected coming into this grand finals. Vol just habituated to winning right now. They won the last tournament. They were very much on course for winning this one. But Violence Red seems to have really had a fire lit on them. They don't want to fall victim to the French team anymore. Bringing in Sultan seems to have been the ticket to try and make sure that they've got all of the American talent they need to keep themselves up and ahead. 3.5 minutes left to play, halfway through game number 3. Violence Red looking extremely good right now. 6 kills ahead. I don't know if I see this changing for Vol unless they dramatically change up tactics. Right, almost gets taken out, but it's Vichy going down to Lunatic. And another couple of kills. Caspier and Nitro both getting the job done. That's going to be Caspier's first kill in the game. But nonetheless, smoothly executed. Maka finds a kill through onto Master as well. Vol are getting shut out of this game entirely. Finally, 3 untraded kills come through for Vol. They'll need a lot more than that, though, to get them back in. 11 now, 12 ahead for Red. Or Violence Red, rather. I realise that's a little confusing with them being over on the blue side. But Nitro, an incredibly strong performance so far. 7-2, I think probably the best individual performance in the game. Not the highest numbers necessarily, but those low deaths making all the difference. Let's jump across on to Master. A bit of a disaster for them so far. We've got the nice sniper kill through. Talking about those sight lines on Scramble. It's just these little letterboxes you can post bullets through. And the first person to see movement on the other side of these incredibly small vantage points will be the one to get the kill. Vol, I'd like to say, are catching up a little bit. But honestly, Violence Red are doing a fantastic job of keeping Vol down. Still 12 ahead. Sultan gets a kill. Stress trades it back. But it may be too late for Vol. What do you guys think? Could we be looking at the first series or first finals for a long time that Vol are going to lose out? I mean, we did have a couple of weeks ago with the surprise loss to Like a Boss, but Violence Red, honestly, are putting on a clinic here. Vol managed to get a couple of kills back, but surely there's no way back into the game now. With only 4 kills remaining for Violence Red, 17 for Vol. 1 minute left to play. The team from the USA feeling supremely confident right now. Maybe, just maybe, the most remote of chances, but no. Violence Red secure the final kill and go up 2-1. The next game will be on the Museum, and Violence Red will be looking to build an exhibit to their defeat of Vol 2018. Do you guys think Vol are going to fall here 3-1, or will we be going to a 5th game? Let us know in the chat, and we will be back soon with that game 4 as soon as we've got it. Welcome back to game number 4 between Vol 2018 and Violence Red, their long-time rivals. We're in a situation which I don't think too many people expected, with Violence Red in this game having a chance to put down Vol 2018 and take away the massive amount of money on the line for this. A €200 difference for these two teams, depending on which one comes out ahead. Violence Red have a lot to earn in this game. Vol 2018, you have to know, are going to be throwing everything at the side of Violence, including a inquisitive cat who has come over to join us for the finals. Hopefully I can get him up on my lap so he stops meowing. There we go. Please welcome Slipper to the stream, the cat who you may see hanging around the corners of the stream occasionally. Will now be joining me on co-commentary, so if you hear any purring sounds, that will be why. Anywho, back into our game number 4 of the finals. Violence Red find themselves an early lead. Let's see where those kills are going. It's going to be Sultan. I think a very wise pickup for the side of Violence, has shown a very solid performance over the course of this tournament, and particularly in this grand finals. I think it takes a lot for the leader of the Destiny team to join one of their rival teams. But hey, it's working out pretty well so far. Very good record. Nitro and the rest of the Violence side working in support. But yes, it's Sultan with the most kills so far. Gets another one onto Rai, faces off against 2 members of Vol, somehow still gets out alive, and manages to come up behind them. I think the rest of the Vol team didn't realise Sultan was going in for the flank there, and that means that it's 5 ahead. Vol desperate in this game. If anything, with Violence Red so close to winning, you have to think that the impetus is going to be for Vol who've just got so much more to lose on this museum game, to really step it up. But so far, Violence Red doing very well for themselves. Lunatic picking up from a little bit of a deficit earlier on. Rai is coming back a little bit though for the side of Vol before finally going down. 3 kills separate the two. Now 4, now 5. Violence Red get a whole bunch of kills in a hurry. There's no place to hide for the Vol team members. The team from France struggling right now. Drainic takes themselves out with the slack. Not the right situation, but Vaster and Rai make up for it before Sultan gets the kill. Stress and Master both manage to get more kills through before Master is somehow still alive. Manages to regenerate up. Rick, though Destiny and Violence are not rivals? Well, I stand corrected. I had assumed, being the amount of times that they played in the past, they would have built up a rivalry, but hey. BLP Simon, apparently the Violence leader is my rival. Well, I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm just ascribing things which may or may not be there. Facts are definitely a long way off in the consideration. But the fact is that Violence Red are very, very close to becoming our champions for today, taking home that €350 prize purse. Right, and Stress trying to make it happen. Drainit gets a kill as well. And Master. Violence Red so very close they can taste it. Only 3 kills separate. Lunatic gets 1. Sultan gets a 2nd, and that's it. Violence Red have broken the losing streak. They have become our champions. And what a time to break that losing streak, with €350 now winging their way to them. Oh boy, wow. Vol haven't lost a big series for a very long time. And hey, impressive stuff from Violence Red as my cat attempts to leap off the desk, taking my headphones with it. Now he's clawing me. Oh boy. Well, congratulations to Violence Red. An incredible performance. And to break the curse against Vol has got to feel incredibly satisfying for them. But, of course, we do still have our giveaways to get done. So I'm just going to update the status. And I'll get back to you guys in just a second. Let's see, so December is the month of Violence Red, apparently. Coming through when it counts. Just going to let Winter know that we are done with the tournament. Commiserations to Vol. Very, very close towards the end there, but unfortunately not quite enough. Anyway, let's do those giveaways. So, on the Twitch platform, the winner will be So Disturbed. Please post your dog tag and a platform. And as well as So Disturbed, we will have one more giveaway winner on YouTube. Our second YouTube winner will be Pain MC5. Dog tag and platform, please. Alright, well, let's make sure I've got all of your details written down. So, Twitch, So Disturbed, YouTube, Pain MC5. We'll need your platform as well, Pain MC5. So Disturbed, thank you for your details. Let's just check I've got that. Now I did see that there was a request to do, what was it? Scrolling. Actually, just filter this by Mob Crush. Custom game capture flag on Scramble. Alright, we can give that a try. Since we've had quite a brief stream, I don't see why we shouldn't have a custom game to end us out. We don't play very many capture the flags either. Oh yes, Simone, BLP Simone. The spamming doesn't increase your chances of winning, but it also doesn't disqualify you either. So that would explain the situation. Payne, still haven't heard your dog tag as of yet, but I will get set up for that capture the flag on Scramble. So while I've got you guys here, what's coming up is we've got 2 tournaments tomorrow. We've got the Android tournament, and we have also got the Blue Cup. The day after, on Sunday, we've got the Red Cup and the Blue Finals. There we go, Payne, thank you for that. So that's all our giveaways done and dusted, but if you'd like to check on the upcoming tournaments in your own time zone, if you sign into the ESL website and look through play.eslgaming.com/modern-combat/global, then you'll be able to get them all in local time, which is much more convenient. Thank you, Dragon. Got all the details for Payne MC5. So, just going to set up this capture the flag game. Let's see. I'm going to turn off the armor cores and helmet bonuses because I feel like that's probably break this a little too much. I don't know how well Scramble works, but hey. As a capture flag map, I mean. But either way around, let's jump ourselves across, just make sure everything's working. There we go. Alright, so to end out our stream, if you'd like to come and join in ESL 123 to play some Capture the Flag on Scrambler. Of course, it may turn out that everyone's left the stream already, in which case we'll just call it a night. But we'll see. I'll leave it a couple of minutes to see if anyone else, apart from FBI Army Man, is interested in playing Capture the Flag on Scramble. ESL 123 is your passkey to get into the game. So if you'd like to do some more Modern Combat 5 before we're done for the evening, then please do come along. I'll give it a couple of minutes. We'll see how it goes. Congratulations once more to Violence for winning that €350 prize. Vol 2017 will have to be content with all of those other 100 euro prizes they won from other tournaments. But the lion's share will have to go to Violence for the first time in a while. Oh, I got a few of you guys coming in. Let's see if we can get, I'd say if a minimum of 6 players playing. Let's see if we can get a few more. Because Capture the Flag, definitely a very team-oriented game. MC5 Gamer Pro, that's alright, I won't join in the game. I did try a little bit of Android play today, and it's honestly just terrible. I'm probably the worst player I know out of Modern Combat 5. Weirdest channel, if I heard your voice, I'd sure love your voice as well. I betcha I would. Got a few more people sneaking in. It does seem like you guys aren't so much of the fans of Capture the Flag, but that's understandable. If we can get one more person, I'll get us started off for a little bit. Hey, Zim Gaming. Nice to see ya. Unfortunately, the giveaways are done for the day, but there's still 4 more Modern Combat 5 streams coming your way over the course of this weekend. So, if you'd like to get some free credits, then please do come along for that. Payne MC5, don't worry, I have got your details for the giveaway. Oh, hello, it's one of the Vol members. Master, come to join us. Let's see if we can get even teams at least. But I will start this in just a little bit. Weirdest channel, that's very generous of you to donate 1,000 credits to whoever becomes an MVP. I don't know if you've actually got the capability to give credits away, but It's a nice thought anyway. There we go. I think that might be our balancing team member saying yo. Alright, let's get started. MC5 Gamer Pro. As I said, I'm not going to be playing this one, but good luck as our last game of the evening gets started. Alright, we're on the scramble. Red team starting off in hangar 01. Charging out onto the field. I don't know how much experience these guys will have of playing Capture the Flag, but hey, it's a fun little game mode. So for any of you guys who haven't played it before, you need to... Each team has got a flag, and if they pick up the opposing team's flag by running over it and bring it back to their base, they will score a point, but only if their own flag is still there. That's kind of everything as far as the differences between this game mode and other ones go, apart from the fact that also kills do not actually count for anything. And we'll see how it goes anyway. Foreign just about gets FBI Army Man before getting a trade kill back. Very rare to see two players kill each other at the same time. Sardi getting things mixed up in close quarters, and as we've got a couple more people coming in, you can still join in with this one. ESL 1, 2, 3, that we've got spaces if you'd like to join in. Anyway, up to the very end of the game. Every time mode is changed. What's wrong with ESL? Not sure what you mean, Kilnapolis. Maybe you could rephrase. I think you might mean something a little bit different than what you're saying. So far, I think I should have turned off the fast spawn. We don't play enough Capture the Flag for it to really stick in my head that fast spawn sort of makes it a little impossible. Because the teams are very much relying on the opposing team not being respawning right next to their flag to actually get anywhere. But so far, it's been a pretty tough job to get hold of that flag. Oh, Canal, you thought there was no stream today? Yes, unfortunately I don't think it was super well communicated. But, ooh, hello, let's find out what FE Army Man is doing. Well, dying. But nice little bit of flanking business going on. Foreign, going to try it once more to sneak around the side. I think maybe... Oh, gets a nice snipe kill across, but I have to say, I kind of feel like getting kills here isn't really the name of the game. You probably want to let the blue team just run past you so that you can actually gain access to the flag with fast spawn on. Yes, okay, kill up, I thought you meant something like that. Yes, it is a little tough to keep track of these streams. I think sometimes there are notifications put out on the Facebook side of things to notify when stuff has been changed, but I don't know if it happened this time round. So I will feed that back, that we need to do a better job of communicating changing stream times, because yes, I can understand that, you know, it's very logical to get used to when the streams are going out and then start, you know, kind of putting aside time for it, and we really do appreciate that you do. But when those stream times change, you don't really have any reason to look at the ESL page, because there's no reason why you would think that it would be different. But I will ask about seeing if we can get more put in place to make people aware of when this has changed. As you guys may be aware from previous months, we normally would have a ESL studio broadcast for the monthly finals, but there's been some issues on that end in terms of getting the ducks in order. So I hope that you have enjoyed what we've been able to put together as a little substitute for what we'd normally have. So even though the points don't... Oh, hello. Didn't expect that to happen. That's a surprise. What happened there? Right. I think I swiped up from the wrong side of the thing. I gave all the time to my daughter. She watched a movie. I'm sad now. Aw, Killer Players. I'm sorry about that. But at least you've got some. At least you've got a game to see. What movie did your fan watch, Killer Players? There are a lot of good movies around nowadays. Hey, Hero Gaming Simon, nice to see you. I think just like Killer Players, you've unfortunately turned up literally at the very, very end of the stream. But if you look on the ESL website, we've got 4 more tournaments coming over the course of the weekend, so you'll have plenty more time to see good old me, Peter Counterfeit Hartnell, because I will be here for every single one of them, and I believe Haxer will be here for most, if not all, of the remaining tournaments over the course of Saturday and Sunday, making a special trip on the Saturday to join us. I don't know if he'll be here for the Android one, just because I don't think he's got an Android device that can play at Modern Combat 5, but he'll be here for the other ones, I'm pretty certain. Hey, Liam Peralta, do you have a question? Oh, excuse me. I'm really not sure in the whole. Is Loco some kind of big deal YouTuber? Why is this meme going on in the chat? It just doesn't make any sense to me. The chat seems to have been overrun by the Loco army. Oh, Mr. Robot. That's a TV series, not a movie, isn't it? Or maybe there's a movie of it? I'm not sure. I think Mr. Robot's pretty good from what I remember. Hopefully it was fun. Well, for any of you guys, Hugs and Killer Players who've just tuned in, the thing you have missed is that we've seen the fall of Vol 2018 losing out in the grand finals to their rivals, Violence Red, who have brought on Sultan from the Destiny team to fill out their ranks, was just enough to get them the win, and the first time for a long time the Vol 2018 have actually lost out in a finals. So a big congratulations, of course, across to Violence Red and to the USA in general. Your representatives have done you proud today. Commiserations to Vol, who are an incredibly friendly bunch of folks. And possibly as expected, we are going to overtime. So I believe this is elimination style, and already one of the red teams killed themselves with a grenade. Yep, Canal Players, it's mark this day in the history books. Definitely go back. You can go back on YouTube quite easily and watch the finals. I definitely did not expect to see the fall of Vol, but it happened. How much of that was down to Sultan coming in to, I don't know, not sure who they replaced on the side of Violence, but they did. Sultan did very, very well for the Violence side, and yeah, we've got a new king in town. Whether or not Violence can keep that up during the regular season remains to be seen, but for now, we have established that the gods can bleed on the biggest stage of them all. Vol lost out 3-1. So, you know, not even necessarily that as close as it could have been. So we come down to the final moments of our community game to close out the evening. Blue team down 2 members to 3. As I mentioned, elimination style means that that we are in a lot of trouble for Vol Master. Oh, actually no, I tell a lie. I thought that was actually a dead person, but no, Master equalizes 2v2. Last remaining members are going to be Sardi and the Cobra. Best gets 1 kill. Blue team in a good position, have the numbers advantage. Will they press that advantage? Reloading up in the close quarters. Best looking for the kill. And there we get it. Master the one to secure it. And that will be a blue team victory. MC5 Gamer Pro, I'm not at all surprised to see that's not the real master. I was kind of working the assumption that was the case. Alright guys, so that will be it for us this evening. Hope you've enjoyed our finals. We will have those 4 tournaments coming up, so please do check the ESL site. Use the link which will be coming up in the chat in a second, in case you haven't got that to hand. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. I've been Peter Counterfeit Hunnell. You can find me on Facebook and on the old Twitteroo. Peter Counterfeit Hunnell Shoutcaster on Facebook. Counterfeit Cast on the Twitter. And of course, for Modern Combat, facebook.com/Modern Combat on the Facebook and Modern Combat on Twitter. Thank you guys, and good night.